Hey everyone, Andy here from Saving to Invest. I just wanted to do a quick short video on an interesting trend I've been noticing over the last few days. So as everyone has seen, earnings season is in for a lot of the major companies and the big tech companies have reported. And other than Facebook, Google, Microsoft, and Apple had phenomenal earnings and really lifted the market. Which really got me to thinking, rather than even invest in index funds, why not just invest in these three big companies? You can see the chart here, which shows you over the last 5 years all of Google, which is known as Alphabet in the stock market, Apple and Microsoft have all outperformed the S&P 500 pretty considerably, 2 to 3 times, 4 times more than the S&P 500. And I am a philosophy of having index funds. I probably have, 70% of my portfolio in index funds, but I do own Google, I do own Microsoft, I do own Apple, and I get most of the index funds have large portions of these stocks anyway. But why dilute your earnings? Why not just put everything into Google, Microsoft, and Apple? If you'd done this 5 years ago into any of these stocks or a combination of these three, you would have outperformed the S&P pretty handily. So this got me to thinking, this is against investment philosophy, and who knows if this will happen over the next 5 years, but they've become so big, these companies. Microsoft and Apple were approaching 3 trillion a few weeks ago, and they probably will surpass that mark in the next few months, that they're almost becoming their own index. And I feel that it may not be such a bad idea if you have a long-term horizon and believe in the power of American technology, that these companies will continue to outperform the S&P 500. I mean, you look at Microsoft, it has got a huge growth path ahead of it. It already dominates the productivity software space, but it's getting into gaming. And if they can get the Activision deal closed, they'll potentially, have another 5, 10 years of huge growth ahead, definitely outperforming the S&P, which is made up of a lot more companies. Same with Apple. Apple is continues to outperform. It has its huge ecosystem. It's also getting into the payment space, which could be a big industry as they disrupt PayPal and Square. And we've seen those stocks be crushed. So Apple has a good potential. And again, Google. I mean, Google keeps evolving. It controls search. If you search, and as the world reopens, people will search for travel, holidays, and Google will continue to dominate. And they're also growing in the Google Cloud space. So I don't really see any reason, that you could not just pick one of these stocks, and I would throw Amazon into this, though I think that has a less of a growth trajectory. But Google, Microsoft, and Apple, this could be your index. And I would honestly wonder that this outperformance won't continue for another 5 years. But let me know your thoughts in the video below. Would the strategy work, or is it too risky? Thanks. Bye.